The United Kingdom, home to royal castles, misty moors, and stories that stretch back centuries. But under that old-world charm, lies rot. Quiet lanes and historic streets have seen things they'll never forget. Tonight, we're peeling back the curtain. This isn't fiction. No jump scares. No ghosts. These are the real monsters who walked among us. This is Prismcore Studios. Brace yourself. Because we're diving into the top 3 serial killers based in the UK. Number 3, Harold Shipman, the Doctor of Death. Imagine this, you trust your doctor. You've seen him for years. He knows your name, your habits, your family. Now imagine, he's the one who kills you. Number 3 is Harold Shipman, the quiet man in the white coat. A respected general practitioner in the northern town of Hyde. He made house calls, smiled at your grandchildren, and, behind closed doors, murdered with clinical precision. Between 1975 and 1998, Shipman is suspected of killing over 250 people. Most were elderly women, people who trusted him, who wouldn't question a prescription or a shot. The method? Morphine. Carefully administered. Painless. Quiet. Deadly. Families began to wonder why their healthy relatives were dying so suddenly. Then came the forged will. One woman's suspicious death led to an investigation, and a horrifying realization: Shipman had been recording fake causes of death. Signing off on his own victims. Hiding in plain sight. He was arrested in 1998. Convicted of 15 murders. But the truth is, we may never know just how many lives he took. In 2004, Harold Shipman hanged himself in his prison cell. No confession. No apology. Just silence, and questions. Number 2, Dennis Nilsen, the kindly killer. Number 2 takes us to 1980s London, Thatcher's Britain. Grey skies. Grey streets. And in a nondescript flat at 195 Melrose Avenue, something unspeakable was happening. Dennis Nilsen, polite, soft-spoken, a former police officer turned civil servant. The kind of man you'd pass on the tube without a second thought. Between 1978 and 1983, Nilsen lured young men, many homeless, others just down on their luck, back to his flat. He offered warmth, food, companionship. But once the door closed, he strangled them. Bathed them. Dressed them. Kept them. For days. Sometimes weeks. His flat became a mausoleum. When the smell grew unbearable, he dismembered their bodies and tried to flush the remains down the toilet. And that was his undoing. In 1983, a plumber investigating a clogged drain made a grisly discovery: bones, flesh, and human remains caught in the pipes. Police questioned Nilsen. He didn't run. He didn't lie. He calmly said, "I think you'll want to see the other flat." He confessed to 15 murders. But the identities of several victims remain unknown. Nilsen died in 2018. His crimes shook Britain not just because of their horror, but because they exposed just how easy it was to disappear. Number 1, Peter Sutcliffe, the Yorkshire Ripper. And finally, the man who haunted a nation. Between 1975 and 1980, women across the north of England lived in fear. Streets emptied after dark. Parents locked doors. And the name Peter Sutcliffe, or, as the press called him, the Yorkshire Ripper, was whispered in every household. Sutcliffe was a lorry driver. Married. Seemingly normal. But his nighttime rituals were anything but. He hunted women, many sex workers, but not all. He struck with a hammer and a knife, often from behind. His attacks were brutal, frenzied, and senseless. The police investigation was long, and flawed. They interviewed Sutcliffe 9 times and let him go each time. Why? A hoax recording misled investigators for years. The killer was right there, and no one saw it. When he was finally arrested in 1981, during a traffic stop, he confessed almost immediately. He claimed God had ordered him to kill. That he was on a mission. Diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, Sutcliffe was imprisoned for life. He died in 2020 from COVID-related complications. But the fear he caused, the way he changed the lives of women in the UK, that never died. 3 names. 3 faces of evil. Hundreds of lives. And a reminder that the most terrifying monsters don't come from fiction. They live in the ordinary. The trusted. The familiar. What unites these men isn't just the horror they caused, but how long they got away with it. How the system failed. And how silence allowed suffering to grow in the shadows. If you found this story chilling, hit that like button. It tells the algorithm you like true horror. Subscribe for weekly dives into disturbing cases, haunted histories, and the darkest corners of the human mind. And let us know in the comments, which killer disturbed you the most. Until next time. Keep your lights on. And always, watch your back.